Still hiding your confidence because your outfit isn't doing the talking? My name is Wuraola Ubaka. I am called your profitable fashion coach because if your business isn't making money, why are you even in business? At Wura, we don't just make clothes. We create statements. Our timeless ready-to-wear pieces are created for the woman who walks in grace, owns her space, and turns heads effortlessly. And if you are a fashionpreneur struggling to turn your talent into real income, especially if you are stuck in bespoke and want to transition to ready-to-wear, the Profitable Fashionpreneur Academy is your next step. We teach fashion creatives how to structure, scale, and sell profitably. From the woman who wears it to the woman who makes it. Confidence and profit go hand in hand. Wura dresses you. The PFA builds you. So come, join the movement. Wear confidence and build profit with Wura and the Profitable Fashionpreneur Academy. Welcome to another episode of My Profitable Fashimpreneur Journey. It's the last in our series of MPFJ for cohort 2 of the PFA Ready-to-Wear Bootcamp. And today we're going to meet yet another fashion entrepreneur who will be sharing her interesting and inspiring journey through the PFA Ready-to-Wear Bootcamp. So 90 days has come to an end and it's been quite a journey. The next cohort of the bootcamp opens up on the 1st of February 2026. My name is Wuraola Ubaka. I am called your profitable fashion coach because if your business is not making money, why are you even in business? So we're not going to waste so much time. We had technical difficulties. We're going to jump right into the business of the day. So please join me in welcoming Ngozi Daniel Keke, and she is a profitpreneur. That's what we refer to people in the PFA Ready-to-Wear Bootcamp. And she'll be sharing her journey. So please join us now.
Hi, good morning.
Hello. Hello, Madam Ngozi. Good morning. Where are you joining us from this morning?
Canada. Everybody is sleeping. I'm still awake.
What time is it in Canada?
This should be 2:30 a.m.
Okay, thank you so much for being awake and for joining us. So yes, it's 2:30 a.m. in Canada, and Madam Ngozi is joining us on this episode of My Profitable Fashionpreneur Journey. So let's move so that we can get you back to bed. Tell us who you are and what you do in the fashion space.
Okay, my name is Ngozi, and I'm the founder of Ziora. Ziora is a ready-to-wear brand that caters for professional women. We create timeless and beautiful pieces with very quality fabric to help the professional woman to effortlessly look elegant and beautiful with perfect fit and comfort in mind, because that's very important for a woman, which helps her feel very confident.
All right. Thank you so much, Ziora. So, yes, I like calling people by their brand name when they are on the screen. So we are talking to Ziora. And Ziora, do you spell that with a H? So is it Ziorah or Z?
Yes.
Okay. So she is the founder of Ziora, and she says that with Ziora, she is catering to the professional woman. So if you're a professional woman on this stream, then you have found your plug. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Ziora. So can you go ahead to tell us how you first found out about the Profitable Fashionpreneur Academy, and how you found yourself in the bootcamp?
Okay, that was on Instagram. I actually saw the advert on one of the pages, and when I listened to you, it's, if there's a word like that, it made sense. When you're listening to someone and it's as if the person is directly talking to you, and I'm like, okay, I've been trying to like get a mentor, and all of that. So I'm like, okay, this is a place I will want to belong to. Let me give it a try. So that's how I got into the PFA.
All right, thank you so much. So, fun fact, Ziara actually did the Ready to Wear Bootcamp 2 times, but this is the first time she's coming on my profitable fashionpreneur journey. So let me open your feathers before you open it yourself. All right. So thank you. You found out and you entered the boot camp. So tell me, can you walk us through your journey, from the time, you entered the boot camp up till now, just like a summary of your journey. What was let's even start with what was the particular pain? So you said, you were looking for a mentor, and that was why you were, attracted to the Profitable Fashionpreneur Academy. But I would like to know if you had a particular pain that you were struggling with at that time that made you feel like, you know what, um, I need to get into this place so I can solve this thing that is my Panadol problem. Can you take us through your pain?
Okay, like for me, I know I love sewing, but when it's like you're just making clothes for people based on what they want, like recreating other people's design. I know that really wasn't what I wanted to end up doing. And it was as if I'm making clothes, but at the end of the day, I still can't see the profits. It was more or less like I was scattered everywhere. So I just told myself, you know what, I need to come together. I need a structure. But each time I try, it's not making sense because I really don't know where to start and what to do. So when I saw your adverts and I listened in, I said, okay, I can give this place a try. And so far, so good. It's been good. I know the first time I didn't really participate. I floated through because I was really busy. But this time around, I even though I'm not done, I know I participated more and it made sense now. So still working on it.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing. So, did you hear what Zara said? Zara said that she was just scattered and she knew she needed a structure, but she didn't know where to start. Until she came into the Profitable Fashionpreneur Academy. So if you are that person on this stream that you've been collecting people's clothes, you know that when you started sewing, you had an idea of, you know, what you wanted your brand to put into the world, but somehow you found yourself stuck in bespoke, you're sewing for people, you're having endless demands, you're constantly troubleshooting, and you're like, I need to get out of this rat race, but you don't know how. I know that struggle because I have been through it. And I know it's not an easy one. And I know it's not one that is easy to actually cultivate, whether it's the discipline or the knowledge to do it on your own. And that's really why we created the Profitable Fashionpreneur Academy, to help you start, scale, or transition to ready to wear with confidence and clarity so that you never have to wonder what step you should take next. So, if like Madam Ngozi, you are tired of recreating other people's designs, you're tired of being scattered, you know you need a structure, then the PFA is where you should be. But let's not even preempt it. Let's keep going. All right. So Zara knew that she needed a structure. She knew that there just had to be a better way. And so you came into the academy. So can you explain to us in tangible terms, what your journey, the transformation, that you have experienced since you came into the academy, especially in relation to your pain.
Okay, like for instance, when we started the first week, we talked about knowing your customer. That is not a one week journey. It is a forever journey. because no matter how you go, you still go back to that place because that is the foundation of everything. It actually gave me a better perspective of how to start building my structure and what to focus on, and the legal aspect of it really helped me know what to do about the registrations and everything. Then the name finding. The name before was very, very interesting. And when I had to go back and start digging, it started making sense because everything started falling into place. I can remember when I settled for Ziora, my son like, it's now sounding like you're serious with this business and everything. Then the SOP part is, it's not just about the business. It's something that is relatable to your everyday life because it helps you plan out your daily life. It helps you plan out in weeks, in months, and knowing that even when you're not there, that which you've put in place, you understand, can, with the SOP, is the same result that is being reproduced over and over and over because the instructions, once you get it and it's in place, you don't need to be there for your business to function. Then when it comes to the pricing broke down everything. That is an eye opener for you to understand that you've really been working and people are enjoying your sweat. So with the pricing, it gives you a better understanding of how to price. That when you're done doing the work and you priced right, at the end of the day, your customer is happy and you yourself, you're happy. Then the production aspect of it helps you have a better understanding of how to build a production from the beginning, the mood board, everything to the last, which at the end of the day, the SOP still comes back and everything. So is been a good experience.
All right. Okay. That's good to know. Did you hear what Zara said? First of all, she said that Zara, tell us what was your name before?
It was not couture, and I got to find out that there's actually Nod in the Bible, and Nod represented an isolated land, a
Hmm.
barren land.
Hmm.
So I'm like, oh, okay, maybe that's what is adding to my scatteredness. So I need to restructure and start again.
Wow, you see, in the boot camp, there's something we go through called the naming discernment framework. Because many times we just pick name Bakam, you don't even give it much thought, but then your name is actually your identity.
It's
It's
true.
just even us as human beings. The name that you carry determines a lot of the things that you put into the world. For instance, my name is Gold, my name is Wura, and as you can see, I'm shining. Yes, because I mean, if you're gold, you just must shine, right?
Definitely.
So names, carry identity, but many times when we're building our brands, we kind of forget the principle that this is not just anything. It is, my blood, sweat, and tears that I'm putting into this. And so the name must not only reflect what I want, but it must, when you go through that framework, it will make you ensure that you are not making mistakes when choosing a name.
It's true.
So thank you so much for sharing that. You can see how Zara said she had. See, I mean, as I'm saying, Zara, is it not sweet in your ear? If you're on this stream and it's sweet, please put it in the comments. Not sweet, think of not good. What are they nodding, please? Eh? So I'm glad that you were able to go through this exercise and actually come out with a name. So have you registered Zara now?
No, but I'm in the process of doing that.
All right, all right. So that's good. That's very good to know. All right. So I know that you have shared, a few bits and pieces about your transformation. I'm going to now ask you. So we went through essentially 13 weeks in the boot camp, essentially 13 different topics. Um, Tell me which of these particular topics resonated with you more? Like which of them actually resonated with you more, and why? Why did that topic resonate with you more?
Um, for me, it's actually two. One, the SOP, because it helped me um, not just for the business, even for in my home and all of that, because it gave
Mm,
me a better understanding that it's not just about giving out the instructions, it's about documenting everything. When there is a documentation, there is a document that is being referred to at every point in time. It makes the work easier.
mm,
Like, if you want to produce a shirt and you take your time to document it step by step at every point in time. When you want to reproduce that shirt, you go back to that document, you will get the same result. So, in the process of doing all of this, every trial and error, every mistake, once corrected once, you can't get any mistake anymore. It makes it seamless. That's one. Then second, for the pricing, when for the pricing, it broke down things that it's not just about how much did I buy fabric, how much did I buy thread. You add it. Okay, how much profit do I want to make? You add it. There is more to it than we I understood it to be before.
mm-hmm,
So at the end of the day, when you put all of this together and you give out the right price, both the customer and you at the end of the day will be happy.
mm-hmm.
So those two really like stood out for me.
All right. So SOPs and pricing. Because if you have SOPs, are like your operational framework, and I find that a lot of times, even this happened to me, when I was growing and when I was building. And I always say that your SOP is a living document, because you may create an SOP and you see another issue that you need to standardize. So SOPs are really about standardization, about creating an operational framework within which things are done. And many times people say SOPs, SOPs, SOPs. I'm sure you had heard SOPs before you entered the bootcamp, hadn't you?
Yeah, I have.
But did you understand it?
Not to the extent that I'm understanding it now.
Okay, thank you. Because when you come into the boot camp, we break down SOPs like you're a 4 year old. We don't assume that you know anything. We take it from the beginning so that you can be able to have a good understanding and a good grasp of not just the concept, but of its application. And you can see Zara has said how she's able to translate that application into different areas of her life. And that's actually what happens when you have understanding. Because when you have understanding, you'll be able to interpret better. So the boot camp is in the boot camp, we are very big on making sure that participants understand the core concepts. We're not there to teach you tips and tricks. We're there to do the real deep work that is required to make you a well equipped, fashion founder, fashion brand owner, fashion CEO, creative director, whatever it is that you call yourself. So thank you for sharing. And of course, with pricing. Did you hear Madam Informa said that she was pricing and then she realized that she was doing charity. Like she was just was just dashing people clothes. She was working for other people to be enjoying. Those were her actual words. So if like how you've been working for other people to enjoy, there's a framework. And of course, even when Ms. Ivana talks about customer and pricing, we have customer and pricing as courses that you can actually buy on our seller page. So if you're on this stream and you don't want to come into the boot camp, you just say, okay, pricing is my problem. We have a pricing class for you. You can go and buy it. You say, oh no, I don't know, Michael. How do they talk about this customer? We have a whole framework on creating an ideal fashion persona for your creating an ideal customer persona for your fashion business. And it's live on our seller page. Once you buy it, you get access to the course, so you can do that. But of course, ultimately, being in a system of accountability and implementation is always your best bet. So it's not even something that you should I not, you should, you most definitely should. All right, so thank you so much for sharing that. So now, can you take us through, so you've been in the boot camp for 90 days, and through that period, I know that you're trying to kind of restructure your business and all that. But can you share with us in tangible terms if being in the boot camp has affected your profits in any way, whether it's in terms of mentality, whether it's in terms of, just share with us, the link between the boot camp and your profitability.
Okay. For From when I have joined the bootcamp till now, there is a week that is inventory week. The inventory week will really help you dig out all those things you have forgotten in your workspace. Like, when you go to the market, you'll see a very beautiful fabric or zipper or buttons or whatever, and you buy it and you come back and you believe that, oh, okay, you will need it so much later, and you will just open a drawer and drop it and you'll forget. Then when the time comes for you to use it, you forget that you've already dropped it somewhere, and you go and repurchase it. That is you spending the money two
Getting your
times.
profits. Mm.
But with the inventory, it digs out a whole lot of things to the surface for you to have a better understanding that you have a lot of things in your space that is waiting for you to use it. Then the the production part, it it gave me better understanding of how to go you know from idea to sketch to mood board and to production, even after production, to go through and make sure that everything is done properly, even the packaging and all of that. So is being in the boot camp has given me a different insight on how to approach the business and how to run it better.
All right. Okay, so did you hear? She said being in the boot camp has given her a different insight on how to approach the business and how to run it better. And that's actually what we aim to achieve, to give you the practical tools that you need to succeed in the business of fashion, not as a creative. We know you can sew well and that you are the baddest as fashion designer, but we want to turn your creativity into profitability. We want to turn those your excellent designs into money in the bank. And that's what we help you do. And you see, one of the ways of turning your creativity into profitability is knowing when to stop, whether it's to stop producing, to stop buying, to stop stocking up. And that is what Madam Ngozi has shared. Because if you make 100 million, and in 100 million, your net profit is 30 million, and then you carry the 30 million and you go and restock goods without even checking your inventory level to say, what amount of inventory do I have? What amount has this my inventory been depleted by? how much do I need to just replace my depleted inventory? But no, we don't do that. We just say, last month, we bought 100 yards. This month, maybe we should buy 120 yards. But you don't check that 100 yards I bought last month, did it finish? What did we use it for? How many clothes did it give us? What is left? Okay, 40 yards is remaining. So now instead of buying 40 yards, I just need to buy 60 yards more or 70 to prepare for growth. But no, you carry everything wham, buy the 100. Then you say, this my business is not making money. I'm just working. I can't see the money. The money is inside your inventory.
There.
It's there. So during the bootcamp, we'll tell you to do a stock count. Go and take stock. Take stock of the actual amount of money in your storeroom. And you see people coming back with millions and millions and millions. But you're
It's
looking
true.
for your profit. Your profit, your millions is there. It's tied down in your storeroom. So until you learn how to manage inventory properly, you'll be thinking that you are, it's business investment. No, there's a method for which reinvestment should be done, and everything should not be stuck in your inventory, because you will have goods in inventory, but you will tell me that you don't have money to do marketing. So that good that you have in inventory, how will you market it? You did not allocate resources for marketing, but you packed everything and went to go and buy goods. So the goods are sitting down. How will you sell them? These are the issues. So when you come into the boot camp, we will we will remove all the a lot that is happening to you, all the bad character. We will root it out, because yes, me have been the chairman of the Bad Character Association until God delivered me. So now he has sent me as his instrument of deliverance. I'm your Moses. I want to deliver you from your Egypt, that is poor decisions, poor choices, bad inventory, bad production practices, bad operations practices. And by the time you come out of your boot camp, yes, you feel like you finally arrived at Israel. eh? But Ngozi, I hope you feel like you have arrived in Israel.
I feel I feel the same way too.
All right, thank you so much for sharing. So we have been talking with Ngozi Daniel Keke. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that Keke well.
You're
Can you?
pronouncing it well.
Okay. So I've been discussing with Ngozi Daniel Keke, and she's the CEO of Zora. Zora is a Nigerian ready-to-wear brand, and she caters to the professional woman. So if you are Miss Corporate, Miss Boardroom, Miss CEO, then Ngozi is where, Zora is where you should be shopping. And it's a brand that I'm so excited about, and I'm really looking forward to seeing all the things that
Definitely.
she's going to be doing in the fashion space. All right. So now let's move. Let's say there's someone on this stream who is thinking, 250,000 naira. Hmm.
Uh,
All these people, they just like to just collect people's money. They'll just come on Instagram and be talking and call big money. By the way, that's not big money for what you learn, but let's leave that conversation. They'll just come and call big money. Where will I see that type of money from? Eh? What do you have to tell them?
it is a money well spent, because when you get in there, all your doubts, all your confusion will be dealt with. When you come in, get ready, because it's not as if you're coming to be served. No, you will do the work. You need to be disciplined and ready to work. When you do the work, you get the results. But the truth is, the 250K is a money well spent, that when you're done, even you will be proud of yourself that you spent that money, because it's a big investment into your life that will open your eyes to a whole lot of things. So when you're coming in, come in with an open heart, because it's when you come in with an open heart and a teachable spirit that you'll see the difference. So I don't need to say much, but the truth is, coming with an open heart, a teachable spirit, and you should be ready to work, because the mentor you're coming to meet, Come rain, come shine, she is showing up. So, are you ready to show up too? If you're ready to do the work, you're definitely at the right place. So, you're welcome. Spend the money and you'll be proud of yourself.
Mm. Thank you so much. Spend the money and you will be proud of yourself. It's not me you'll be proud of, or you'll be proud of yourself. You
But
see,
that is money that you spend on wig looking fine, and at the end of the day, your business is still scattered. Just invest that money and you have plenty to buy a lot of wigs much later. But get a better foundation first, which is the most important thing. When you have a good solid foundation, and when they say experience is the best teacher, don't experience it. Learn from a mentor that has experienced it, that is ready to hold your hand. It cuts your journey not just by half, by three quarter. Then be ready to do the work. The one quarter is done.
hmm.
That's the truth.
Thank you so much. You said learn from a mentor that has gone before you. It cuts your journey by three quarter. It was Miriam Balogun that said that for her, the boot camp was like getting 10 years in 1 month. It was like, and this is someone that had been in business for 15 years prior to joining the bootcamp. She said it was like it just abridged the time for her. And in 1 month, the things that she had struggled to know through her 15 years, in 1 month, she already had clarity on it. You
It's
know,
true. Once you come in, not you will unlearn to learn a lot of things. That's why I say you come in with an open heart. Because it's when you're coming in with an open heart, that means you're ready to see where the problem is and you're ready to work on it. But if you still believe you know, don't come. You need to come in with an open heart, ready to learn. But will you learn? Oh, yes, you will learn a whole lot. A whole lot that will set you up. And if you're starting, this is the right place to get the best foundation. So you
hmm,
don't go through a lot because you're meeting someone that has seen it all, that will now pieces it for you to like pick and eat and be well nourished.
thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much. Honestly, like, when I see people who say, oh, like, we have in your cohort Damilola who is just about to start, and she keeps saying, Coach, I'm just writing down all these things because all the fashion schools I went to, nobody said anything about this. I'm just so grateful. You
It's
know,
true.
over the Christmas, she sent me a message that you were one of the answers to the prayers I prayed to God for, this year. And she was just so grateful because me, I even used to envy people that are just coming because you people have not even suffered. Safe. It's the people that have suffered and they entered the boot camp that really know the value because
It's
we
true.
know the trenches that we have entered inside and dug ourselves out of, but it's just like a child who is being raised by parents who are really intentional. They don't give him trauma, they don't shout, they don't, you will not even understand how children who are raised by traumatized parents, you don't understand what they have to go through. And it's really good when you know things well the first time, because it's very hard to unlearn bad behavior.
It's true.
Like, very, very hard. It's just like if you're actually a tailor and you learned how to sew by cutting freehand, and then you now go to a proper fashion school, they now start teaching you how to use patterns. You'll be like, what is this?
What?
How- like, what, all this is not just to do like this, do like this, do like this. Even me
It's
self, I
true.
and that's freehand. So when I started going to proper fashion schools, I was like, hey God, oh, but we had to unlearn. Now
Yeah.
compare that to someone who the only thing they ever knew was drafting patterns. So you, now that you're struggling, that I go now draft pattern, this thing go waste my time. That's all they know. They are not even they are not even facing that your trauma.
At all.
And that's really, the same thing with people who come into the boot camp when they are just starting out. The way you will move, Like people will be like, it's not just this person that just started yesterday. This
Mm-hmm.
fashion business people are doing for 10 years. We don't even know them. This one has gone. And it's always easy to distinguish. When I look at fashion brands today that are properly mentored, I know. I know because you see them start and you see them move. Because the difference between where you are and where you need to go to is knowledge,
Yeah.
is guidance, is
Mm-hmm.
hand holding.
Mm-hmm.
You don't. I was talking to someone the other day and she was like, "Oh, my business is not doing." I said, "You need to invest in knowledge. You have you have maxed out your knowledge. That's
It's
really
true.
what has happened. Your brain has reached the capacity of what it can deliver. So unless you give it more things to work with, that's where you will be.
You will
It's
just
not
keep going round and round and round and still hitting the brick wall.
the same brick wall because you haven't learned new. You haven't learned new things. And so the boot camp is that place. And don't be even don't I kid you not. The me now that you are meeting, it's not even the me you met last year. Because me too, I'm on my own journey.
Mm-hmm.
Every year I'm getting better. I'm investing more in my own knowledge. So you are not going to meet me this year the way you met me last year. No, every year
I
we are
know
doing.
that the cohort 3 are going to have a better taste of the stew.
Of course, they are getting the Pro Max, and then we'll be going Pro.
Of course. I know.
So,
I know.
so yeah, it's always going to keep getting better. So it's really important for you to make that investment in yourself. All right. Thank you so much for sharing, Madam Ngozi. Like I said, the next cohort of the PFA Ready-to-Wear Bootcamp starts in 2 days. Today is 30th, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
yes, on the first by 7 p.m., once you do the induction webinar, the doors will be closed and you will wait till August because we are not having a boot camp in May. I'm dealing with my
Better get in now.
wearable wealth circle in May. Let's now start
Yes, yes,
getting
yes,
much.
yes, yes.
Yes, so there'll be no boot camp in May. In case you're saying no, I will not. You will wait till August. Yes, after conference, that's when we'll do another um another boot camp. So you need to come in now. If not, you wait. End of year, you will still sing the same song. Then at least whatever it's up to you. So thank you so much, Madam Ngozi, for sharing your journey. It's been incredible having you here this morning. I'm just going to ask you now for your final words. Let me give you the floor to say, you know, final words that just wraps it up together so that we can call it a day and get you back to bed.
Okay, I'll say it's been an interesting journey having to meet, I will say, a wonderful person like you. I always say that I'm still trying to understand how you do it because for every single day there is a Bible put to all the voice notes and the posting, and for each and every one of it addresses that day's topic. It takes being grounded, it takes being disciplined, and it takes someone that really wants to give the best, to do the much you do. Come rain, come shine. This woman is there. It is us that are chasing after her, and she's still going. I keep telling you, I don't know how you do it. I need to come behind camera for you to tell me how you do it because, but you're one person that whoever is stuck with you can't stand at a place because as you move, you drag everybody. And this mandate God has given you and you said yes to, He has gone ahead of you. And when you start reaping it, you will be amazed
Mhm. Amen.
because you're doing very beautiful work. And sooner than you think, you'll be hearing all these small, small brands you like mentoring now in places that you're like, oh my goodness, that used to be one of my little babies.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I actually look forward to it. And I
De-
know that it will happen.
Definitely,
Yes.
definitely,
Not a matter of if,
because
matter of
of
when.
how you give it your all. You're not scared of, oh, if I tell them this, they will outshine me. No, you believe the sky is big enough to contain all of us. Come up, let's shine together.
Mm-hmm.
And someone that is like that can never be outshined.
Please,
So
now you people should outshine me. I want to be outshined. Outshine me. So I say that that's my mentee. How can't you see her? The
because
student
God,
is always supposed to be better than the master. Please, be. I want to be outshined.
just like Abraham, you're the mother of many, and your children definitely will make you proud.
Amen.
That is certain, because you're one person that gives from the bottom of your heart. You make sure everybody knows everything you know. You give it your all, and you give it from your heart, and you're excited when you give. So at the end of the day, you're giving back to a whole lot
Mm.
that you will reap plenty. Don't
Mm.
worry. And PFA is a place to be. If
Mm.
you're still having doubt, let this quench that doubt. Don't miss the February one if you've not made up your mind. If you need to borrow, this is one money that when you put in the work, you'll be glad you did. I kid you not. It's a place to be that when you're done, you'll be very excited. You'll be very happy. It will give you a better insight and help you get a better direction and understanding of where you ought to be. It will open your eyes to things you overlook. It goes down to the nitty-gritty of the list of the things your heart is even going through right now. It breaks it all to the last, that when you're done, when you have a good foundation, when you build on it, you're sure that it can't crumble. PFA is the best foundation you can build on for your business.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So we have been talking with Ziora. Yes, Madam Ngozi Daniel Keke is the creative director of Ziora. Ziora is a Nigerian ready-to-wear fashion brand that creates classy and elegant outfits for the professional woman. So if you're looking for where to shop for your corporate, then Ziora is the brand for you. She has shared her journey. She's joining us all the way from Canada. It's 3 a.m. in Canada. So if this is not important to her, she won't be here. I know it did not pay anybody any money. Because it didn't pay you to be on this stream.
No.
They used to say they used to pay people money to come and give fake review. We don't do that here, right? So she's joining us all the way from Canada. It's almost 3 a.m. in Canada, but she's here because she felt it was important to tell her own story. So if like her, you have been struggling, your business has been scattered, and you're trying to look for how to something, a place that just puts it all together. The bootcamp is that place that will give you a bird's eye view. So no, we don't leave you hanging halfway. We take you from point A to point Z in the most sequential manner you would ever find. We will make it make sense. And that's a brand promise. So thank you so much for joining us. Um, Madam Ngozi. The next word of the bootcamp, like I said, starts on the 1st of February 2026, and that is in exactly 2 days. You still have time to jump in, but once we are done with the induction webinar, then that offer is going to be off the table. So, yes, make the investment in yourself. And if you do not get the value, we will give you your money back. Yes, we give money back guarantees in the PFA because we know that we are not here to play. But like Madam Ngozi said, when you're coming in, come with an open heart, come with a mind that is ready to implement. I always say that there's no Jehovah sharp inside PFA.
No.
Do the work. Prophet suddenly doesn't exist here. So God just remembered me. It's a lie. You will do the work. Your remembrance is in your stewardship. Your remembrance comes when you are faithfully stewarding the work that God has given you. And it starts by showing up daily to steward it. So, thank you so much for joining us. This is the last
Thank
in the
you.
series for cohort 2 of my profitable fashionpreneur journey. And I know that at the end of cohort 3, we'll be here again to share
Yes.
a new crop of fashion entrepreneurs. Thank you, Madam Ngozi. What a way to close out this series for this cohort. And I do not take the gift of your time for granted. Thank you so much for the honor of your
Thank you
time.
too for having me.
Thank you. I cannot thank you enough. So see you guys. Well, the profit circle is over, so I won't say see you in the profit circle, but I'll see you in the alumni group. And then for the
Definitely.
rest of you, I will see you in the profit circle, hopefully. And of course, if you are still thinking, just send us a chat and then we will take it from there. All right. Thank you so much, Madam Ngozi. I'm going to let you go now so you can go
All
back to.
right.
So it has been an exciting journey. This this past week, we have heard 4 distinct fashion entrepreneurs share their journey in the PFA Ready-to-Wear Bootcamp and how they were able to move from confused to clear, from struggling to profiting. And that can really be you. Take a chance on yourself. So this evening, we're going to be back with our weekly live session, and I can't wait to see you there, where we'll be exploring another exciting topic. Until then, I remain your one and only profitable fashion coach. My name is Wuraola Ubaka, and right here in the Profitable Fashionpreneur Academy, we say that if your business isn't making money, why are you even in business? Have a nice day, profitpreneurs. Have a nice day, fashionpreneurs. And I will see you at the Friday Live by 7 p.m. this evening. Thank you. Still hiding your confidence because your outfit isn't doing the talking? My name is Wuraola Ubaka. I am called your profitable fashion coach because if your business isn't making money, why are you even in business? At Wura, we don't just make clothes. We create statements. Our timeless ready-to-wear pieces are created for the woman who walks in grace, owns her space, and turns heads effortlessly. And if you are a fashionpreneur struggling to turn your talent into real income, especially if you are stuck in bespoke and want to transition to ready-to-wear, the Profitable Fashionpreneur Academy is your next step. We teach fashion creatives how to structure, scale, and sell profitably. From the woman who wears it to the woman who makes it. Confidence and profits go hand in hand. Wura dresses you. The PFA builds you. So come, join the movement. Wear confidence and build profits with Wura and the Profitable Fashionpreneur Academy.